Hi everyone, this is Dr. Richard Schulman. I was thinking about a case that I worked on several years ago with a young woman who was a therapist, also quite brilliant. She had worked on an idea of how to work with the inner children that we have inside of us. This comes out of Carl Jung, one of Freud's students who went out on his own, was pretty successful. His idea was that we all have self parts, inner children, that need to be integrated in a process he called individuation. Anyway, she had this great idea. There was a guy named Charles Whitfield who wrote a book called Healing the Inner Child. So my patient was all excited. She says, I'm going to go to the lecture with Whitfield. I'm going to tell him what I'm doing. And she was all excited. And I said, okay, well, that's cool. She comes back after the lecture, her next session. She says, I'm giving up my work. I said, no, you're not. I said, what the hell happened? I said, well, I went to the lecture. I talked to Whitfield. And he basically listened for about 20 seconds, patted me on the head, and then, dismissed me. So I must not, be any good. And I said, are you kidding me? The problem isn't that you're not any good. The problem is that you're a higher level than this guy, and there's no way he could validate you. Remember, you can only be validated by people at a higher level than you are. So we kind of wrestled with that idea for a while, and I knew that Wayne Dyer was coming to town in a few weeks, and I said, go see Wayne Dyer. I bet you that he'll listen to you and, tell you what he thinks about your ideas. So she did, and then she came back all happy. I said, well, what happened? She said, well, after the lecture, I went up to Wayne Dyer. I told him what I was working on, and he listened to me for half an hour and told me I was a genius and said, keep on with your work. Now, this is fine for people who are working on psychotherapy techniques, but how about people who are dealing with abusive people in their lives and want to be validated by those people because they want to be loved? What if you're higher than that person? Do you have to cut yourself off at the knees to be validated by them? Think about it. Always be validated by somebody higher than you who approaches you from a loving point of view. Okay, this is Dr. Richard Schulman. I'm sharing some psychotherapy process with you. The state is opening up, so I want to support our local people, our local restaurants, our local businesses, and let's get back to who we are, okay? So I send you love and peace out.